No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.
No. No, I don't buy it.
What?
You're not a hitman.
Man, let me tell you about Hitman. This movie wasn't what I expected at all. Here I was thinking it'd be another generic action flick, but it completely surprised me. It's like they took a cop movie, a rom-com, and a dark comedy, threw them in a blender, and somehow out came this hilarious action-packed gem. So welcome to your nerdy show, and sit tight cause we are about to go for a fun ride with our new undercover hitman. If you haven't watched the movie, be aware cause there will be spoilers, because it's a true story after all.
Where are we flying?
Somewhere hot and tropical.
We meet Gary Johnson, played by the super talented Glen Powell. By day, Gary's your average college professor, psychology and philosophy, the whole shebang. Seems like a pretty chill life, right? Houseplants, 2 cats named ID and Ego because professor, the whole deal. But here's the twist, rumor has it, by night, Gary's a full-blown hitman. Yeah, this movie's about to get wild. So Gary, this regular Joe with a boring day job in a surveillance van for the New Orleans PD, gets caught in a crazy situation. The lead undercover cop, this slick dude, think Austin Emilio, totally blows his cover by roughing up some teenagers. Now the cops are scrambling, desperate for a replacement. That's where Gary, completely out of the blue, gets yanked in. They wire him up, give him a whole contract killer persona, and send him off to convince some unsuspecting mark to hire him for a hit. The best part? Gary nails it. Turns out, he's a natural at this whole undercover assassin thing. Forget stakeouts and shootouts, Gary was the police department's secret weapon, a pop culture encyclopedia with a talent for disguises. You got Mildred, the PDA president who wanted her cheating hubby history. Gary's got her. Harold, the grumpy butcher with a vendetta against the neighbor's yappy dog. Gary's your man. These folks weren't exactly hardened criminals, just desperate people willing to pay big bucks for accidents to happen. That's where Gary swoops in. He'd binge crime shows, soak up accents, and create the perfect hitman persona for each client. One day he might be smooth-talking Sal, a cheesy used car salesman with a bad comb-over. The next, he could be the disco demolition dude, roller skates and all. The costumes got crazier than a comic book convention, but somehow, it worked. He'd always get these folks to confess, leaving the real cops to bust the shocked would-be murderers. The more outrageous Gary's disguises got, the more busts he made. It seemed the weirder the hitman, the less they suspected it was all an act. Gary, the pop culture cop, was catching criminals one crazy costume at a time. You're right, the whole cops recruiting a random dude with movie knowledge thing is a bit out there. Imagine this, instead of the usual squad car stakeouts, the police have Gary, their resident movie buff, pulling off undercover stings. Sounds crazy, right? Here's the thing, Gary doesn't exactly infiltrate mafia gangs. His clients are more like Mildred, the soccer mom wanting to accidentally trip her cheating ex, or Harold, the guy next door with a grudge against the neighbor's prize-winning tulips. Seriously, people, these folks are desperate, not hardened criminals, and Gary, with his pop culture-fueled disguises, think cheesy used car salesman one day, roller skating disco dude the next, plays the part of the over-the-top hitman. So, Gary's undercover life as Ron, the smooth-talking secret agent, think James Bond with a slightly less impressive budget, hits a snag. Enter Madison, a stunning woman with a smoky voice and even smokier problems. Think femme fatale with a restraining order. She wants Ron to off her awful husband, but Gary, bless his nerdy heart, has a change of plans. He convinces her to ditch the murder idea and potential jail time, which, predictably, confuses his cop buddies. But hey, it scores him a hot date. Their secret romance adds a whole new layer to the story, turning it into a quirky noir flick. Powell pulls off the whole nerdy to smooth transition surprisingly well. Glasses and a bad haircut don't exactly scream master of disguise, but his genuine awkwardness and goofy charm somehow make it work. The real magic happens when he switches characters, showcasing his acting range. Arjona's a total scene stealer too, and their chemistry is undeniable, even if their relationship could use a little more backstory. Their secret romance injects a noir twist into the story. Powell makes the nerdy to smooth transition surprisingly believable. His awkward charm and genuine goofiness somehow pull off the disguise, even if the glasses and haircut scream amateur. But his real magic lies in seamlessly switching characters. Arjona complements him perfectly, sizzling with on-screen chemistry, even if their relationship craves a bit more depth. So, is Hitman a cinematic masterpiece? No, but it's a popcorn flick that thrives on Gary's ridiculousness. And don't you forget that this is a true story. For me, it's a worth watch. Comment your thoughts on it, so we'll meet in our next video. Till then, save water, drink beer. Cheers, folks.
Perspectives and possibilities, because that is what life is offering you.